What is Taiwan doing to attract foreign talent to the country?
Programs like the Gold Card, or probably most notably the Gold Card, appears to be what the government is doing to attract talent to Taiwan. The reality of that program is that's a quality, not quantity program, let's say. So they're hoping to attract maybe applicant numbers in the low thousands per year. So that's probably not going to move the needle tremendously on that 400,000 number. I would say increasing the graduate school admissions and scholarships and trying to retain a lot of that young talent appears to be the current crux of the plan.
Over the last year, I want to say, there have been numerous reports in a lot of English language outlets here in Taiwan about how hard it is for foreign workers to find jobs in Taiwan, especially highly skilled foreign talent. I really especially want to understand the cultural issues at this moment. What are some of the cultural differences that make it difficult for foreigners to find good employment in Taiwan?
I mean, I think at root, the job posting marketplace is not terribly obvious or accessible for non-Mandarin speakers. So Cake Resume is probably doing the best job of that. That's mostly engineering jobs. But those are higher end positions, but of course they're also available or looking for Taiwanese talent there. 104.com did recently launch an English portal, I guess last year or something. There's still a very active Facebook group called Non-Teaching Jobs in Taiwan. And frankly, it's probably the best place to find jobs for other industries than teaching. What's really not addressed specifically is that the companies that need the most help in Taiwan are companies that only employ Taiwanese people, but who need to add international talent. And there's multiple layers of things that might be preventing this from succeeding. One is just a general apprehension about cultural differences, right? There's the issue of losing face here. If you feel that you're not speaking English well enough, and then you and the other person both become embarrassed. There's also the cultural difference of what if you need a salesperson who speaks German, and you hire that person at let's say the foreign minimum, which is about 47,000 NT, I think. Don't quote me, pretty close. But you see that person down next to your junior Taiwanese salesperson who's making 28,000 NT. Those people are doing the same job in two different languages, and the person on the one chair is making almost twice as much as the person on the other chair. I think from my perspective, professionally, this is a major cultural problem. When you want to try and attract this foreign talent, raising the local minimum wage and raising the median wage for Taiwanese people is going to help balance out the way that companies think about looking at these higher priced international talent.
And what are some other issues that foreign workers coming to Taiwan face?
First and foremost, it's very hard to land a job before you come to Taiwan. The big companies are now getting to a place where sometimes they're having hiring events at U.S. universities and things like that. A lot of companies are finally advertising jobs on LinkedIn. But culturally, I think in Taiwan, most of the companies are not interested in, are not comfortable to hire someone without meeting them, without seeing that they're here and being committed, that kind of thing. So I think, first and foremost, people have to be here. In most cases to get a job. And then a lot of times that means you land on a visitor visa, which has to be converted if you can find a job.
Earlier, you mentioned Taiwan's Gold Card program. And actually, originally, its numbers, and the government says that its numbers are very good. It's been able to hand out thousands of them over the last few years. But its retention rate isn't that good. In fact, most people with gold cards aren't even in Taiwan working. So what is Taiwan doing wrong to retain these workers more, and how could it be improved?
I believe, this may be incorrect, but I believe that there's a minimum salary requirement of something like 160,000 NT a month, which is a very high salary for Taiwan. That's probably going to be an executive or an extremely rare engineer or specialist of some kind. A lot of companies are going to balk at that kind of salary in the first place, even if they need that talent. So I think that falls to the government to try and help prepare the companies for that. So, like you said, there's people here who are freelancing. There's people here who have remote jobs from other countries. I mean, that part, it's benefiting Taiwan, right? You're spending the money that you earn from somewhere else here in Taiwan. Sure, that's great for the economy. You love being on the gold card because it makes living here easy, and you love Taiwan. Great. That's also good PR for the gold card. But I don't get the impression that retaining the professionals has to do with doing more for the professionals. I think that the marketplace is not ready to accommodate them in terms of hiring them, paying them, and also considering the kind of work culture that they might be interested in. I think the companies need to be better prepared for the gold card to continue to be a successful program.